Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher. Welcome to the Sweetwater Minute. This week on the Sweetwater Minute, we are joined by Phil Rich, Vice President of Merchandising. Thanks for coming in.
Hi.
Appreciate you being here.
Good to be here.
So Phil, Vice President of Merchandising, that was actually a position that was created for you. Can you tell us what that position entails?
Well, I think it really just takes purchasing sort of one step farther and integrates with marketing and sales much more closely to create events, to drive sales through category expertise, category management, things like that. So, you know, it's sort of just taken, the great purchasing department here and just taking it on to the next step.
Right. So are you looking at new categories of things to bring into Sweetwater? Are you expanding the things that we carry, or how are you approaching that?
Yeah, we're doing both. I think the most significant impact is working very closely with marketing. So as we meet with all of our suppliers and we get to understand the lay of the land as far as the market goes and what's new, what's coming, and kind of where we've been, we get with marketing, we say, here's what we're seeing is happening, here are the trends, here are the things we need to be talking about, here's the hot products coming, and we schedule all that out and work with them to create, the advertising that we do.
Right. Are you working a lot with the manufacturers as well to learn about the new products and the things that are coming in, as well as the things that we stock here?
Sure, yeah. We meet with manufacturers very regularly and talk about what their new products are going to be, and sometimes we'll collaborate with them on products and create exclusive products just for Sweetwater.
Right, right. Now, to take a step back, you're actually a guitar player, and I've heard you play. You're a fantastic player.
Oh, thanks.
And so how did you go from being a guitar player, tell us a little bit about your background, to ending up as the VP of Merchandising at Sweetwater?
Well, my background goes way back, just like most others, as a teenager wanting to play guitar and get out in front of audiences and play guitar. Did a lot of that, ended up joining the Navy and at a young age, and in doing that, got involved in the Navy band, got into the Navy band, went through music school, and I played guitar for the Navy band for about 6 years. Towards the end of that career, I went to the University of Washington for audio engineering and worked at a great studio in Seattle. And then sort of finding that both of those things are difficult to make money at.
Right.
So after I got out of the Navy, I joined a big retailer up in Seattle and spent about 14 years there and did all kinds of jobs there, from store management to regional management and training, and then into purchasing and merchandising, and sort of met Chuck a few years ago, and now I'm here. I'm glad to be here. Yeah.
Right, right. So how do you think your background as a musician informs what you do now from the standpoint of merchandising and looking at products?
Well, I think, of course, it helps to have technical knowledge. When you know the products that you're looking at and you know what's behind them and you know how they work, then you really understand how they integrate into the whole musician picture. How does a guitar pedal work to how a guitar is made? How does that translate to comfort and playability and tone? And then looking at a mic preamp, what kind of components are in that, and what sort of approach did the builder take to that as well? I think all those things translate to, we understand sort of what the musician needs because we're all musicians.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a big help.
So I can see where that musical background is really important to what you do here and how it really helps our customers. Can you talk a little bit more about that relationship between what you do, what marketing does, and how that really does affect our customers?
Yeah, we spend an awful lot of time looking at what customers need and sort of what they want. Anything from what kind of guitar strings they want and how do they want to buy them. They want to buy in bulk and get a better deal. Do they just need one pack once in a while? How do they want to buy studio packages? And we create, we have a small, medium, large, different examples for them to look at. So we're trying to sort of lead the customer almost where they already want to go, through suggesting products or building product packages in a certain way for them. And then working with the sales force to make sure that they know that those are available kind of as a learning tool, as a shopping tool. And, frankly, customers like low prices. So
sure.
So we create deals for them so that they can come to us and get some, great deals they're looking for in the market for whatever it is they need.
Right, right. So are you involved in the integration between the sales engineers and the website and the Pro Gear directory and all those different avenues? How does your job affect those kinds of things?
Well, merchandising is here to take sort of a category expert role in it, and and when we look at the layout of Pro Gear, we're going to look at that and say, okay, well, what's going to be on the customer's mind at the time that they're going to be receiving Pro Gear? So we're going to look at all the new products that are coming out, and we're going to look at how technology is changing, and how guitar manufacturers, what they're doing, what they're changing, and we want to put all the latest and greatest stuff right at the top. And because we're so close with the manufacturers, our vendors, then we typically have the very valuable knowledge to contribute to those publications.
Right, so it really lets you direct the publication, and I would assume the website as well, and make sure that the right information is there so that when someone is looking, when they're shopping, what they need to know is right there in front of them.
Yeah, we work very closely with advertising to create a lot of the web advertising that you see already up there. And so, when things are hot, when things are happening, new products are coming to market, it's great because no matter what day of the week you visit Sweetwater.com, you're probably going to see something new up there that
Right.
we just that was just announced, and we get it up there as fast as possible so our customers stay informed.
Right, right. So with all your contacts with the manufacturers and those different avenues, can you get your crystal ball out and tell us what are the hot categories for the next year? Is it guitars? Is it recording? Is it keyboards? What's looking good?
Well, for the last couple of years, I think acoustic guitars has been really hot, and I think how music has evolved in the last 5 or 6 years is acoustic music has really come out to the forefront. When you look at the Grammys, and you watch the Country Music Awards, stuff like that, acoustic guitar is incredibly popular. Home recording, obviously, booming with affordability of USB and FireWire interfaces, and frankly, even computers are so inexpensive now. Of course, you got to get the right one, and we're the best place to come for that.
Sure.
And I think the other one is iPad and iPhone, and there's new stuff coming out all the time. There's even audiophile preamps built just for iPads now to move audio around, and I'm really excited to see where that business is going to go over the next few years.
Yeah, it looks like it's really going to take off. Really a fun area to look at.
Yep.
Right. Phil, thanks so much for coming in. We appreciate your time.
My pleasure.
I'm Mitch Gallagher. Thanks for joining me for the Sweetwater Minute.